Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some Factorio. So as promised off screen, I did check to see where we would build everything. I think we will definitely keep power down here. We're going to do our smelting right in here, try and keep it nice and local, but then we will pump around the lake using some belts to start getting our science area a little bit over here, and then we have a wide open space. If we look on the big map here, whoa, too far. Wide open space. There's almost no trees in this whole area, so we can just use this for starting our main factory. Autosave starting already. It's less scary on that map screen. Alright, and I know it's yelling at me. Automation is finished. Press T, so I will. The next thing I will do is for my YouTube fellows, we will indeed start with optics, so that way we can get some lights. In the meantime, while we're waiting for our automation to start, I will craft science packs. I need some more science to get that going. What do I also need? More iron? Okay. So that way we can have this going before automating everything else, so we can see what's going on. And I just need another 5. Okay, so in order to make this happen, we're going to use electronic inserters. I only really like using the burner inserters down here. Oh, and while I'm doing this, also off screen, I set up just a little control box. So it's collecting up to 100 coal, so that way it's just not sitting idle. I always have some overflow because this really isn't quite enough. I am not an efficient player in that I'm not going to try and just produce exactly what's necessary, but rather I will attempt to overcompensate. I want extra. We still got 2 more, but we'll at least get it started. There's 1 more. And we're in. So we will have optics. We will have lights. I promise you, we will see. Yes, we will see. So I'm going to use this line not just to power my fuel here, but then also to come around and power the smelting area. Although as soon as I say that, I think, but then I'm going to have all of these. I don't have to go underground, which would be fine. Because this is as far as we need to go. From here on out, we can go underneath and from there. Can I go underground? Of course not. I have to research that. So that might be something that holds me back for just a little bit. But I can at least get it started around the 1 and then go underground in the future when I need to. So what we're going to do is we're going to start creating our layout. Now I have quite a bit of stone, although I put most of it in this chest. I have used a technique to keep producing but hide stuff that I need. So there's 200 stone. We don't need many more burners. We're kind of done with those, but I will need more furnaces. So I'm going to go ahead and just craft about half of those. So I've got 20 furnaces going. So I've got 10 for iron and 10 for copper to start with. Rock, I hate you. This is going to take way too much ammo. I'm just going to have to go around you for now until I can get a submachine gun. You can't harvest rocks. The stone rocks are just there. They're in the way. You have to beat them up. It's the only way to get it done. Alright, so let's start planning out our smelting operation. Alright, so I think it should fit here, although the rock is kind of in the way, so I might have to think a little south. This is as far north as we'll go with our power. All the rest of it will be down here. And honestly, I like to switch to solar when I can. Not so much for the biters, but just because it is a little bit more efficient, so long as you have enough of the accumulators to go with it. So we're going to plan this out here. The coal ideally will come in through here, and it's going to loop through all of my materials here. So eventually I won't need that line. Oh, it's getting dark. Optics are done, finally. Alright, I need to go underground. Logistics? That's how I get underground. Alright, logistics will be next. And just to keep science moving. 5, 10, 15, 20. Nope, that's 15, 20. Okay, so we'll just get the science packs done. This will be the last bit I do on my own. From here, we're going to feed Foxonius Augustus with actual primed and pumped, ready to go. So let's put some things down. First, I've got belts. So I'm going to have my raw resources come in through the top and come down the left. Alright, so this will be resources, and then this will be coal. The other way around? The other way around. This will be resources, this will be coal. And they can go in opposite directions. I'm not really sold one way or the other. I'm going to need a bunch more belt. Make all the belt. I will have all the things. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to get. I need inserters. I need just a bunch more of this. Let's get these going, just so we're ready to go. I don't have nearly enough coal, but we can at least get them started. Autosave. This is nowhere near enough, but that starts. So we'll go to my coal chest. Follow the steam. Actually, now that I can do lights, we'll get some lights in a moment too. I'm going to take half of this out. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I guess I'll take all of it. That's fine. I just quadrupled our production of iron. I need more coal. There we come back and we see this one's already run out. Half of that in there. Put the rest of that there. Half and half. And half and the rest. Now I have much more iron plate. I can do many more things. I'm going to need some inserters. So give me 5 of those. I'm going to need 10 and 10 of those. Alright, so now my furnaces will come down. We got one there, excuse me, and one there. So that will get the sort of first idea. Do I have inserters yet? Nope, close, close, close. Once I get my inserters ready. Why did they not go in my quick power? Where are you, inserters? Oh, I used them all to make the... Of course I did. Silly. Alright, well, we can start with this at least. So this will grab our fuel to go out there. Then, in order to make this... These are 2x2. My electric ones will eventually be 3x3. So I have to kind of keep that in mind. I could create a system like this, because I want to do a buffer, is why I'm doing this. I think that's the best design I've seen so far, is to use a buffer system. But if I do this, then in order to move it over, I'm going to need an extra. So that's not going to work. So what I do instead is I do a long-armed inserter here. I put that into a chest, which will go here. And then I have my short inserter come over here. And now this goes on to a belt, which will run that way into the factory. So this gives me my 3x3 grid. I replace that with a normal inserter. And then everything will be hunky-dory. Unless I just totally bollocks this up. But I think that's exactly what I need to do. So I'll come through here. Come on over. A little closer. These will be the inserters that grab in order to place. One goes there. One goes there. And the box. Alright, now I'm going to set these up. These are not the way I like them. That is definitely going to be there. You can come over here. I want my inserters over here. These guys never really have a home, so just put them over there for convenience. Pipes live... Actually, pipes are okay right there. I'm just setting the... Don't scroll, please. Thank you. I'm just setting what I like. I like these in these spaces. I like power in 5... Really? My little mouse button does not want to click today. I like power in 5. I like my inserters in 2. I like my transport belts here. Eventually, we're going to double the capacity of this, and it's kind of the same idea. So these eventually will live underneath them, but we're not... Excuse me, we're not there yet. Alright, so let's string some power here. That'll cover all of those inserters. I'm too far. We're doing sort of a proof of concept here. So zoom out a bit so I can see. I'm definitely going to go farther south from here. So let's just create another row. No. Alright. So this is going to give me 10 on each side. So this is about as far down as I want to go. Actually, this is what I want. These are in... No. We're going to find out. I want to put them here. This could be a mistake. We'll find out in just a moment. Alright. And then get the chests. Need some more. Okay. Autosave. Okay. So this should be enough to power one side. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of the outside belt. And I need more already. So craft a bunch of belt. Get my power poles. Come on, mouse. Pay attention. Alright, so that's going to be enough to power everything once I bring it down to the power. Really? Alright, so now we're connected to the power. That was too far down, I know that, but we'll fix that later. That's a minor complaint right now. The bigger complaint is, hey, we're not doing any science research because I am forgetful and forgot to put that in. And in order to make this a reality, I'm going to need those underground belts here in a moment. Because we're going to bring our resources up and then down in and split them through. Actually, now that I see that, we probably should be coming from the bottom for both of them as well. So just come in, resources go out. No, actually no, I want to keep doing this. Alright, so I need some splitters, which I don't have yet because we haven't researched logistics. Ta-da! So what we are going to do though is bring these guys around, and then it will split right here. So that'll be our splitter. It'll come down here. One of the interesting things about these belts is I can ride them. So now I'm closer. Alright, so that'll be one side. Do I have enough room to do all these things like I want? Yes, I do. Can you see any of this? No, of course you can't. Why? No lights. So let's just build up a bunch of lights. Lights, 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 as far as the eye can see. Old Man Peabody. Where are you going, lights? Perfect. Hey! Now we can actually see what's going on. Imagine that. We'll put some lights down here. Alright. So my poor little coal guy is not doing enough. That tells me I need some more steam engines. I can go into the power. Let's see how our power consumption is doing. Well, it's not bad, actually. We're only using about half of our production. And all we're really running are just these two bad boys. The inserters don't take up a bunch right now, but that's what we're going to do. Have we hit the limit? Oh, I forgot to limit. Well, that would explain it. Take these out. We're going to go load up our burner miners. So we still have some. We're going to plunk down a couple of more here, actually, so we can get some of our copper going. We'll do 3. take that out so it can produce again. And then I'm just going to grab onto my copper stacks here. And if I just, whoops, if I just control click, I'm going to put coal right into it. So now they'll be fully loaded. And they're going to run for a while. Rock, you offend me. Alright, do I have logistics yet? Halfway there. That's good. We're going to want them soon. In the meantime, I'm not smelting any iron into iron plates. How many plates do I have? 76. Not nearly enough. So I'm going to jump start this process here temporarily. So let's see if I actually put these inserters in the places I think they need to go. If this doesn't even hit the chest, we've had a problem. We'll find out right now. Stay tuned. But I'm not going to wait. Come on, science. Science! Water temperature is just fine. I do have my new steam engines. So I've got the 5 of those going. They won't actually add power to the grid until I have these power poles with them. Since I don't need power up north yet, I'm just going to deconstruct them. Autosave. And then put power poles. Now this power pole is just not big enough to cover that. That's on purpose. I like to place 1 per engine. Completely unnecessary, probably wasteful in the long run, but it's what I like doing. And it's my video, so I can cry if I want to. And we're not offloading because I'm an idiot. Could be. Because I'm an idiot. Okay, these do need to be back 1. Unfortunate, but expected. So no matter what you do, you still need to move when you upgrade to electric, but this will bother me the least. At least my buffer I won't have to move, which would be the real pain in the ass, because if I built up a solid buffer, then it's just all of this is going to get in my inventory. It's going to be a mess. Anyway, we don't want to do that. So let's start these bad boys moving. Well, no, I don't. Ah! Thank you, logistics. Okay, now I can get splitters. I can get some underground belt. I want all of them. The splitters are going to let me separate 1 track into multiple tracks. It's just a 1 to 2 ratio, but I can use multiples of them. So I want to at least get half of this running. If I can get the whole iron running before then, that would be peachy. So now you can see it's going to split. And there's some that's still left over there. That's okay. I need 1 more splitter. In order to do that, I need more iron plate. So I'm going to go to my buffer, steal the buffer, and then I'm going to create another splitter. Because what I want to do is balance this line. So it's right now it's all coming in on one side. I don't want it to come in on one side. I want it to be multi-sided. I can do a simple balancer here because all my product at the moment is on one side. So I put a splitter here, put my last remaining belt there, and away we go. So now I have all of this. Unfortunately, I'm out of belt. And if I want to get more belt, then I'm going to have to get more plate. In order to get more plate, I'm going to need to get these guys running. So I'm going to have to hand supply them for a minute, but that's okay. So let's go grab some coal. Out of my buffer over here, I'll just take the whole thing. And I'm going to get these guys going. So, control click, that gets me coal inside. So now they're all running. I'm out of coal, but at least I have these 4 running. So I'm going to get copper plate at this point. Now, the big question is, do we loop our coal? And I think the answer is going to be yes, only in the power area. So I'm going to bring the coal in. Now that I have an underground belt, I can bring it up through here and come on over. And I will loop it through here but I won't bring it back around to here to be a true loop. I like loops a lot, but I think a localized loop is always going to be better than not. I don't want to use a loop and a buffer at the same time for that, because really we're not going to use coal forever. All right, logistics, thank you for blinking at me. I'm just going to pick something random here. I don't like how the music stops when you're in here, though. It's really kind of a bummer. Already my tool belt is getting kind of full, so I think I'm going to pick tool belt, even though that's, well, no, because it's a green sign. So we're not quite there yet. We will get there eventually, but not there yet. So let's see, what's my second science going to be? I don't really care about military yet because I am playing on peaceful mode, again, because I don't like tower defense. I will do that eventually. But for now, we're just going to research electronics and call it a day. That is actually all we're going to do. So at least we can see at night. That is progress. We have set up half of this side. So on the next video, we will set up the other half of the iron, get the copper smelting going, and we'll have our 2 smelting areas getting ready for science. So thank you for your patience. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do click the like button. It really does help. Consider subscribing to stay updated to all of my data. As you could know, it is Factorio hour at a set time on the schedule, so look for it then. And until next time, cheers.